Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Kakasungura YouTube channel. I'm impressed by the pace that we are growing in this platform. We are approaching 90,000 subscribers. That is a milestone I will never take for granted. And I want to extend my gratitude to each and every fan who takes his time to watch my videos. You are very special to me, and I'm fighting each and every day to make sure that I'm giving you quality information that you deserve as far as our Kenyan politics is concerned. As I told you in my previous videos, Omtatah and 7 others have moved to court to challenge the already assented into affordable housing levy that William Ruto assented into law few weeks ago. Omtatah is raising fundamental questions as far as the decision is concerned, and is asking 3 key questions that he wants the court to respond to. Because it's a court document, allow me to read so that I do not miss some of the points. One of the questions Omtatah is asking is about legitimacy. Omtatah is questioning the legality of the affordable housing law, raising the questions on legitimacy as follows. Question number 1. According to an article published by Kenyans.co.ke, the questions are as followed. Did the failure of the Commission on Revenue Allocation to counter Section 427 of the Affordable Housing Bill 2023 void the resultant act? Specifically, the controversy surrounds Section 4 through 7 of the 2023 bill, which outlines the implementation of the affordable housing levy, including the 1.5 imposed percent on gross salaries and incomes, along with the procedures for its collection and the penalties for non-compliance. Under legitimacy, Omtatah is also asking, are the government financial management, Kenya Slum Upgrading Low-Cost Housing and Infrastructure Trust Fund, Regulations 2006, unconstitutional and void due to being overtaken by the Constitution? This question extends to the Housing Act, Chapter 117 of the laws of Kenya. And on this, with inquiries, if it has been surpassed by, it has been superseded by the constitutional provisions, thereby rendering ineffective or invalid. The act under scrutiny is its foundation to the Kenya Slum Upgrading Low-Cost Housing and Infrastructure Trust Fund, which is designed to be financed through various sources, including parliamentary appropriation and donations. On legitimacy again, further complicating matters, senators are seeking judicial guidance on whether the Affordable Housing Act of 2020 infringes on the earlier Housing Act by duplicating its functions, thus questioning the new act's legitimacy. These are constitutional terms. The petitioners argue that it's premature to commence levy collection before the Affordable Housing Fund is fully operational, citing a specific section of the Act that emphasizes the need of the board to approve financial estimates before revenue collection begins. Question number 2, public participation. Omtatah, who earlier had protested lack of, and by the way, you saw the video I did a few days ago, I think it was yesterday or the other day, whereby the United States of America is demanding Ruto to be transparent and truthful to the things he's doing. The USA also demanded that William Ruto should listen to the public and the companies in business before he makes regulatory changes in the Republic of Kenya. So, according to Omtatah feels that Ruto skipped fundamental steps. One of them is giving the public enough time to respond. US was telling Ruto the public must be given enough time. Businesses should be properly engaged and given enough time to make responses before a regulatory change is made that directly affects their businesses. Now, Omtatah is questioning public participation before the implementation of the housing levy. In the bill, by refusing to appear during the debate on the floor, the Senate oversight in ensuring sufficient public engagement in the Affordable Housing Bill 2023, according to Omtatah, compromises the constitutional validity of the bill's enactment process. Ladies and gentlemen, Omtatah is calling for scrutiny over whether the Senate neglected its duty to safeguard the principle of devolution by approving the Affordable Housing Bill 2023. Omtatah is challenging the courts to examine the role of the Senate in upholding devolution and to determine if the Council of the Governors abandoned its responsibility to defend devolved powers by not advocating against the bill. Question number 3. Omtatah is seeking for the way forward. Omtatah wants the judiciary that is led by CJ Martha Koome to sit and issue guidelines, to sit and issue or provide the way forward on whether, 1, it is permissible for ongoing affordable housing initiatives to continue under laws deemed unconstitutional. Further questions whether it is within the powers of the national executive to enact regular legislations that amends the constitution to broaden rights and freedoms. A fundamental question comes from this issue, ladies and gentlemen. Does the lack of individuals benefits from contributions of the fund contravene Article 40 of the Constitution, which prohibits the state or any individual from arbitrarily taking any property or limiting rights to property without adherence to specific lawful process and compensation. Article 40 of our Constitution details protection against the arbitrary deprivation of property, stating that Parliament cannot pass a law allowing such actions without due process, specifically if it discriminates based on the criteria set in Article 27, Section 4. Another question comes in. Given those considerations, Omtatah wants the courts to provide directions on whether the national government should be obligated to reimburse all deductions made under the Finance Act of 2023. Moreover, I want you to remember, can Affordable Housing Act 2024 retroactively validate the deductions previously made under the Employment Act 2007, and should the national government return all the funds allocated under the Financial Act of 2023? Those are fundamental questions that Omtatah wants the judiciary to sit under CJ Martha Koome and give guidelines. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I foresee so many challenges in the whole issue because America is realizing that as much as we are pushing this guy, as much as we want to impose this guy for our own benefits, it's not a kind of a person as the United States we can entirely trust in running businesses with. And I've always told people, I don't know if the America was listening this English, because you know they speak English of their nose. So this one might be very difficult for them to comprehend, or if they understand well and better. I warn people that they must learn the Kenya Kwanza government and its leaders. The top leadership is cunning. It's a leadership built on propaganda. It's a leadership built on lies, which the United States of America found not favorable within the environment to run businesses with Kenya. The IMF, which is a US-based bank, it is called the International Monetary Fund, which is affiliated to the United States. It had some discussions with the Kenya Kwanza government on the areas of partnership on fostering the Kenya's economy forward. The US raised key questions. One, it said their contractors are not able to win businesses in Kenya because they are asked for bribes. And the US says it doesn't believe in kitu kidogo for one to win a tender. The same government they supported. That is red flag number one. Red flag number two, the US is accusing Ruto of imposing some regulatory changes minus giving the people those changes directly affect enough time to make responses. And this includes giving time, public participation, listening to Kenyans, and trying to understand whether whatever it wants to impose will be beneficial or it will highly affect traders and the people of this country. Let's wait and see how the whole issue will run. But we ask security for Omtatah is our hero and is a person we believe in that will give us the fruits out of this whole issue. God bless you, ladies and gentlemen. See you in the next video. Asanteni sana.